Hi all, welcome to my channel. Anna Welcomes to the Arts here. I wanted to do a really quick pick a card reading today with 3 different piles on the theme of what is on the other side of this. I know at the time of filming this we are coming to the end of eclipse season through 2020 in May. Although this reading is timeless, and I do hope whoever might need these messages today finds them whenever is the right time for them. I know so many people are dealing with major life changes at the moment and just having a really hard time with the energy and everything that's going on. So it felt like a really good opportunity to do the reading of what is on the other side of this experience. You know, sort of as a bit of hope, as a bit of motivation perhaps, just some loving kindness and words that you might need right now to help you. So this is what I intend to do. This is the intention of this reading. And we do have 3 different piles. All piles have rose quartz today just to really bring in some loving, heart-centered energy. As always, these are collective readings. There could be messages for you in every pile. There could be messages for you in just one pile. Please pick whichever you are drawn to. If you're not getting a super strong read, you know, just take as long as you need to tune in and to connect. There might not be a message that resonates with you today, but by all means, save this reading for another time. There might be a message you need just at the right time. And as always, only do take the messages that resonate for you. I never want to be a source of conflict in your life. These readings are to help and to inspire you to make the decisions you need to get your life to the places where you want to be, rather than me telling you how it's going to be. My readings are always a read of the current energy, and that is something that we can, you know, we in this present moment, our actions can influence our future outcomes. So we can always all make decisions that hold great power to shift the future. So please never listen to a reading and let it take away from your life experience, because you have immense power. And my role here is just to help you to see what's going on right now, not to tell you how the rest of everything's going to be. Anyway, that aside, all of my information is in the description box below. If you do feel called to connect, if you'd like a personal reading, please feel free to take a look at that information. I am in the process of redoing my website, so that is, at this current time of filming, something that is still underway, but everything's available on my Instagram. Anyway, so pile 1 today is this piece of rose quartz. This was a pendulum, but I broke the attachment for it, so it's now just a beautiful piece of rose quartz that I don't use for dancing anymore. And this is pile 2 today. And this is pile 3. The cards for pile 1 reads, "You are amazing, appreciated and loved. Remember that." For pile 2, "Never forget how far you have already come." And for pile 3, "Be kind to yourself and others." I love these cards. These were actually in a local shop, and it's part of a mental health awareness campaign that they're running throughout our small town actually, and I just thought they were really beautiful. They were giving them away, and actually said, you know what, I'm going to take 3 of them because they are perfect for a reading, and I just knew they were calling me to this moment, so here we are. So take as long as you need, pause the video if you need, and I will see you in your readings. Timestamps will be below. Much love. Hi there, pile 1. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. Burning some Palo Santo today just to bring in some beautiful loving energy, clear the energy and set our intention that the messages that come through are going to be what you need to hear for the other side of whatever it is that you're going through. As always, only take what resonates. There might be multiple messages, just one message for you, to see what happens. I'm going to start with the runes. I'll do some cards, whatever I feel called to do in the moment as I feel and read the energy. As always, these are collective readings. They are not meant to completely discern your experience or your outcome. You have great power. You can influence your future. I hope this gives you some information, some guidance, something that might assist you with feeling empowered and on your way. Let's just see how we do. This can be quite noisy too, so if you need to remove your headphones or turn it down a moment, that might be helpful. Okay, as always, I'll remove anything that lands face down because I'm not going to use it for the purpose of the reading. I just need to check the top two. I loved your card. You are amazing, appreciated and loved. Remember that. And I think that's something so often many of us take for granted. Empaths, definitely, but just in general, so many of us give so much away of ourselves and end up depleted and never see the value we hold to others. Okay. I feel like at the moment you've been in a place where you've not been able to move forwards from a situation, and I feel like on the other side of this there is potentially a big ending that you have either undergone or are going through some kind of transformation. Now, when I say ending, this can be the ending of a cycle, the ending of a chapter. For some of you, it could very well be the ending of a relationship, but it can be the ending of a relationship with an identification of self, if that makes sense. It will be different for everybody. But for some of you, I'm really getting, especially with the message we got from the card here, that whatever it is that you were going through right now, you've come to a place where you've literally, I'm going to say, you just neglected yourself, or you've not been able to nurture yourself. You've not been able to nurture your dreams here, and they've been calling to you. And I feel like you've been seeing and wishing and dreaming and expressing, and it's almost like I'm seeing a princess in a tower, and no gender specific. Let's just say somebody sitting in a tower. It's just that iconic symbology of the princess in the tower sat there dreaming out of the window, looking up at the stars and wondering when their time is going to come. And what I can see here on the other side of this is that opportunity you have been waiting for. It is literally, we've got Ingvars, Gibu, Severo. Definitely there is either some kind of big energy shift within you, some kind of awakening, awareness, experience, a catalyst of some kind that literally ignites that. What is it? It's like finally you open again. It's like the blessings are there, the seeds are planted, but there is this moment and it's like a big inhale. It's like, wow, that's what I was missing. And I don't feel like this is anything that you were missing from the inside of you. I feel like this is a deepening in self-awareness and self-appreciation that you're kind of coming into alignment with. And it feels like something that you were always looking for, you suddenly realize was inside of yourself the entire time, or you're just going to suddenly see that. For some of you, there is just something that you are suddenly going to see and understand. There is like an awareness or an awakening of some kind, and you've seen it, and it's like there was part of you that was like, yeah, I know, but no, not now. Or it just, even not on a conscious level, sort of pushing it away or not giving it your focus, just on a subconscious level perhaps, was just like, another time. This is the moment where it kind of clicks into place and you suddenly feel in the alignment with the bigger vision, with what's been calling you. For some of you, it could be like, do you know what? I need a fresh start. I'm moving. For some of you, it could be travel. For some of you, it's an opportunity. For some of you, it's an agreement with your higher self, with the cosmos, with whoever, whatever. This is all about you. So I don't think it's necessarily outside of you, and it certainly we shouldn't be making you know, putting that kind of weight on another person in our lives. This feels like you saying, no, do you know what? I'm ending this chapter. I'm ending this cycle, this habit, this pattern. I'm breaking it right now, because I know on the other side of it is everything that I want. It's like opening that door, and on the other side of it, everything is awaiting. And you can feel it, you can sense it, you can taste it almost, and it's just not been right there. It's been kind of out of grasp. And this is that moment where you go, no, do you know what? For some of you, it's a realization of self-worth. It's like somebody may push you just so far, and then you go, no, do you know what? I know I deserve more than this. I know I deserve better than this. And on the other side of this, you could be dealing with the aftermath or the fallout of everything that has happened. And this dawning awareness of, wow, I've really underplayed myself, undersold myself, settled for less than I deserve, or put up with somebody's utter bull. And now it's like, I deserve so much better than this. I am getting better than this. This is here. This is it. This is my declaration to myself. This is what's happening. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. And that finally, that's where you move on. This is where you give yourself the closure. This is where you rise within yourself, from the ashes of your former self, and you go. This is beautiful, powerful. Let's get some dreams of Gaia for you. Yeah, they're just giving me a message here. It's like there were some of you that just didn't want to let go. Some of you have been holding on to the ends of something for a really long time. It could be an identification of self. It could be friends, could be family, could be loved ones, could be a relationship, a job, anything, something that you know perhaps isn't in your highest best, or where people perhaps aren't appreciating you, or you're just feeling that way within these dynamics, and suddenly you're going, I'm not doing this anymore. And it's like that. Yeah, don't underplay yourself. Oh, but hang on, let's just make sure I'm getting, okay, just that one. It's the Nine of Fire. This is literally the realization of the gift that you are. Sorry, that was just laying on the floor. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. This is literally that moment. This is that realization. This is the claiming of that self, realizing the true nature of all you are, the beauty, your gifts, and everything that you hold within you, that you are enough, that you've always been enough, that you are enough right now. You're enough exactly as you are. Sorry, I'm trying to get this without a light on it. And you didn't have to change. You never had to prove yourself to anybody. And the people that didn't recognize your worth or value, well, now they're going to realize that you are going to just own who you are for yourself. I don't want to be really forceful and say, oh, well, this is where you move out of, move your way out of their life and they have to deal with the loss of you. No, they will draw their own realizations in whatever ways that they need. You are going to do what's right for you for once. You are going to start restoring yourself, rebuilding yourself, working on yourself. But in a way that it doesn't come from a place of deficiency. It doesn't come from a place of lack, like this Queen of Earth in the reverse. It doesn't come from there's something wrong with me, I need to be fixed, I need to be better. It comes from a place of, I know I'm good enough. I know that I have this beautiful gift. I am this gift, that my presence is a gift, and that I am enough. And I am going to literally work on fostering this relationship with myself and see the beauty and the magic it brings into my life. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, I had to check. Ace of Fire. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is literally you reigniting your passion, reigniting this awareness of who you are. This could be you saying, I am not pursuing this current course of whatever it is I've been doing, because I know something bigger is awaiting me. And it could be adventure, it could be a new job, it could be an entirely new career path, it could be pursuing a dream, it could be, for some of you, for one of you, I'm really getting moving countries. I mean, like serious travel, major movement overseas somewhere. but it's something that you've been wanting to do for a really long time, and for whatever reason. Yeah, what did I just say? The Three of Wands, the Ten of Wands. This is literally you choosing to move away from all of these burdens that have held you down. And I think held you down is the word. Whatever this is, it could be multiple things that literally shoved you into the corner of your own life experience and held you down. And these could be 10 different negative, or sorry, I don't want to say the word negative, but like limiting beliefs we hold about ourselves, that I'm not good enough, I'll be good enough when, and a list of things. I'll be able to do this when, I'll buy the dress when I've lost that weight, or I'll apply for the job when I've hit this, you know, this milestone. That sort of energy of holding yourself back. On the other side of this is that realization of who you are and the pursuit of your own dreams and passions for the enrichment of yourself. And I know for some of you, you might think, wow, that sounds really selfish. No. If you have gifts to offer the world as you do, as your own person, in your own unique energy, no one else can bring to the table what you bring to the table in the way that you do it. And you deserve to give yourself that space to take that seat upon the table, at that table. For some of you, you definitely, on the other side of this, could be study higher learning, but I'm actually getting more. This is about a deepening commitment to all that you are, to all that you stand for, to all that you want to be, really committing to yourself and to your dreams. The Lovers in reverse, and it's stepping, yeah. In the past, you might have felt like you weren't good enough for certain things, whether it was people, whether it was opportunities, and you might have felt like you couldn't express yourself with this Queen of Swords in reverse, like you couldn't put yourself out there, like you couldn't say what it was and express what it is. It's the truth of your heart. Like you didn't have the opportunity to do so, or you couldn't claim that space. You felt for some reason you had to hold back, to stay small. And now I feel like you're getting the opportunity to pursue what it is that really, really matters to you. On the other side of whatever you are going through is so much positive energy, and it all comes back to you. You are amazing, appreciated and loved. Remember that. Do you know what? You are amazing. Love and appreciate yourself, pile one. Not because nobody else will, but when we settle for less than that, and when we don't recognize that within ourselves, we often put up with the kind of things that become cycles of repeating behavior where we don't get treated the way we want, where we are undervalued. And it begins with you seeing your worth. And I feel like this is what you've been working through. Everything that you've been going through hasn't been to hurt you, but to make you realize how amazing you are. Yeah. No more feeling left out in the cold. You've got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse here. No more feeling not good enough. No more feeling like you cannot be, do and have whatever it is that you want, or go after what you deserve. I was going to get a healing message, but actually I was going to get one of these. There are many. Let's just get one, please. Just one for pile one. I've upset it now because I didn't take them all. Purify your surroundings, yeah. And it could be that this time has been both to help you to clear out energies, experiences. Often when we're triggered in really big ways, our core wounds are triggered. It's not to cause massive pain within us, but those experiences show us where we need to grow through the experience and what it is we can change. And on the other side of those experiences is literally everything we've ever desired and wanted for. Pile one, I hope this helps you. Sending you all my love, and I will see you in another reading. Personal readings are available if I can help. Lots of love. Hi there, pile two. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. Thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. And I feel the need to say that because for some of you, I feel like it has been an investment of your time to even watch this reading. It always is, but for some of you, I'm literally getting the channeled message that you have to make time to just relax and enjoy your life a little bit. I'm getting really strong Virgo vibes. it's like you keep saying, I will get to that point where I can relax if, and somebody's higher self guardian guide really wants you to just take a moment and to acknowledge that your life is being lived right now, and they really want you to appreciate it. Whoever needed that, I hope you receive it. Never forget how far you have already come. As always, this is a collective reading. Let's just see what energy comes out. I'll start with the runes. I'll go into the tarot and other cards as I feel called. This is just a collective reading, so please only take what resonates. I hope it empowers you to make the decisions that help you direct the course of your life and your future events. You do have the power to do that. Please never ever feel controlled by a reading. You have such great power within you. I'm going to move that so you can actually still see it. Okay then, this can be quite noisy pile too, so please, if you're wearing headphones, it might be advisable to take them out. And as always, I will take any that land face down, just remove them because we're not going to use them for the purpose of the reading. Okay, got quite a lot of readings out today. So this reading is, what is on the other side of this experience? I'm going to take them as I see them. As always, arrange them into a grid. And it's interesting because these were literally, you couldn't separate them. I'm hoping you can see all of those. There's quite a lot of them today. Okay. Wow. You are going to get the things that you are striving towards. That is the first thing that they want me to say to you. We have Wunya and Feihu at the top here, both in the upright position. They're not fully upright, but they are as near as damn it. And beneath is Tiwas and Jira. Whatever you are working towards right now, I feel like you have really been pushing yourself through some quite possibly difficult energy. For some of you, you just haven't been giving yourself a break. I'm getting the image of, you know, the ostrich with its head in the sand, except you haven't had your head in the sand doing nothing. You have literally been non-stop. Potentially for some of you, might not be for all of you. For some of you, okay, that's what they want me to say. For some of you, yeah, you have literally been so invested in your work or certain areas of your life. It's like you haven't come up for air. And there are people that really want to connect with you, and I can see, yeah, there is, on the other side of this, do rebuild those connections. And I don't want to say rebuild like, it's not like you've damaged them and you need to rebuild them. And I'm definitely getting, if that's strong Virgo energy, please don't feel that way. But it's remembering our part in relationships, that it's okay to go out and have fun with people. It's okay to go out and give that time, because I feel like time is such a big investment for you, and I've been getting that from the outset, especially with daggers here and this feeling of perhaps not having enough time. What they want me to say here is there is more of a message here that they really want to put out, that you are going to have the opportunities to do the things that you want to do, number one. But secondly, this is like a co-creative energy. You have to make time for the experiences and the fulfillment and some of the things that you want to experience in your life. So if some of you are saying, I really want the time to have to go to lots of gigs or events or whatever it is that you love to do, a fashion for some of you, I'm getting really strong like fashion. I really want to go to these places, these shows, but I don't have the time to do that right now. I can't invest that time or that energy right now, the resources, whatever it might be, until make the most of any opportunity that comes your way right now, because I feel like you're going to be surprised by the positive impact that has on your life. Whatever you're working with right now, it's almost that feeling of the never-ending growth cycle. And whilst I completely get that, so many of us are so fully invested in our personal growth. I myself am one of those people that almost we get blindsided sometimes, and we don't look by, we don't take that moment to realise how far we've actually come, because there's just the goal in the distance, but that goal, the new goal, it's like sometimes we pass milestones and we don't even stop and celebrate them, because there's a new goal, a bigger vision, and it's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's what they want you to say. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses in what you have in this moment right now, because you've got good things coming in, and you've worked to bring in these good things. But they really want you to take some time to appreciate the present moment where you are right now. You don't have to work yourself into the ground. We've got Turisas pointing downwards, Manas in the reverse. For some of you, on the other side of this is, I'm going to say, you know, this is the message coming through, is to really give yourself a little bit of time, restore your energy, because for some of you, you could be studying, you could be at uni, coming to the end of exams, assessments, some kind of really intense phase in your life that has required an awful lot of mental focus and dedication. And they're saying to you, right, you can, even if it's for 5-minute windows during the day right now, even if you're in this phase, find that time, because it's really going to enrich your spirit, your soul, and your being. For others of you, it could be like grounding practices, just getting outside, feet on the earth, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, standing next to a tree, one of my personal favorites. Whatever you're feeling called to, ground, feel nurtured and supported, and know that you are not on your own in this experience. The energy you're shifting into is, I don't think you realize quite the hand that you have to play here. And I say that quite generally. You are the hand that you have to play. You are your greatest asset. And I don't think you really realize how incredible that you are, which is kind of similar to some of the energy in pile 1, but it came from a very different way. I feel like you have done whatever cycle you are in right now, whether it's really deep emotional, spiritual soul work, ancestral soul work, or whether this is a really intense phase of your physical life, up-leveling, going to the next level of career, of your education, of your own business even. You were going to enjoy that phase, but they're also saying there will always be another goal, another thing that you want to do. I'm just getting that this is sort of part of your psyche, part of who you are. And, you know, even at a soul level, you could feel so driven by what it is that you want to achieve. And they're saying here, you just need to make sure that you have the time to appreciate how far you've already got right now. And make those milestones, make those memories, celebrate yourself. Whatever way you feel, get yourself a bottle of champagne, alcohol-free champagne, sit down and celebrate. And I'm not advocating that that's the only way we can celebrate ourselves, but you know, whatever holds meaning for you, create a ritual of enjoying your life as you are right now, because it will inevitably change and you won't get this moment back again. And I don't mean that in a scary way. It's actually really positive energy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Don't be so shackled to your growth, your personal work, and your abundance that you don't get to enjoy it. Wow. There's a message. And there's a message for many of us. And you know what? I think I'll take that one for myself too. You know, we can literally work so hard that we never ever get to enjoy everything we've worked for. And if you speak to many self-made millionaires and things like that, they never had that moment, that opportunity to really take that inward breath and really appreciate what it is that they have right now. And whatever it is that you have right now, trust that you are multiplying, you are growing, you are coming into a really lucrative, positive phase, and you've worked and you've strived and it's coming, it's happening. Enjoy it. Enjoy the present moment. Share the maiden. Throw off some of that really, and getting Capricorn as well, yeah. Some of you really grounding, connecting with your emotional body again, going to the energy of the maiden, carefree, regardless of gender, where things seem not to matter less, but it's that the removal of the weight of the responsibility that you won't feel in your daily life just for a moment, even if it's just for a moment, whether that's to go and feel the wind upon your face or running through your hair, or this, you know, I'm just getting some of you, you just need to get outside and feel the elements upon your skin, good or bad weather. Just go and do it. Just go and feel free. Go and dance in the rain like a child again. Remember who you are in this moment. Okay, Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Four of Wands typically speaks of a celebration, and I do. Yeah, you don't need to be anxious. Sorry, let me just get these cards up. Pull on the floor. We've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, that came out in the reverse for pile 1 as well. And Eight of Swords. This is actually really positive energy. I know people see reversals and they panic and they think, oh, but actually, it depends on the card you're reversing. You reverse the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, which is really positive. You are literally... They want you to say that no more deceiving yourself. You don't need to be tied in these anxious states, constantly wondering where the next journey is going to lead you. There is a fear, perhaps, of missing out on opportunities if you take your foot off the accelerator a little bit, if you take your foot off the gas. And actually, all you're doing is perhaps not being as present as you could be. There is potential here to celebrate, to be in joy. And you look at the word enjoy and split it. Enjoy, be in joy. I know it's not in, but just, I'm trying to be clever with words. Be in the moment of joy. Enjoy the moment. Yes, especially if you've not been connecting with the people that you love, the people that fulfill you. You don't have to be bound. You've got the Devil in reverse here. You don't have to be bound to things that really don't serve you. Keeping yourself away from other people, for some of you, not connecting with people that matter to you, could be really painful. It could have caused a lot of pain and conflict in you, but you could feel like you've had to do it for some reason. But the energy that's coming is hopefully this realization that you don't have to do things this way. This is more of a telling you that I'm going to explain this in the only way that I can. This reading is more not what's coming on the other side of what you're going through, because you're a really powerful soul. And if you were drawn to this pile, I feel like whatever is going on, this is more telling you to enjoy the present moment, because whatever you're working on at the moment, I feel like you're really committed to it. So it's not like it's going to end in the next 5 minutes. It's something that you're going to keep working at and building upon, whether it's your personal growth, business, career, whatever it is. So it's less about what's coming after it, but more embody this during it. I hope that makes sense and gives this reading some context. We got 2. Have hope for the future. New energies coming in. Accept the opportunity that's offered. Absolutely. And I did say that you were getting great things coming in. There is really positive energy coming into your future. But I feel like you have come so far and achieved so much. Be in the place of reveling in what you've already achieved. And how far you've come. You've literally had that message from the outset, because being in that energy, that awareness, that realization of how far you've come, and appreciating the journey, appreciating your blessings, is going to amplify them and bring more in for you, pile 2. Huge energies, and I love doing readings like this. I really hope, and I intend that whoever needs this receives this, and just sending you all my love, and I'll see you in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Either pile 3, if you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. A little bit of Palo Santo just to bring in some really high vibes, some loving energy to go with our rose quartz. And you've got the little rose quartz wish bottle today. So I don't know if you are calling in something that you feel like you don't have already. Your card was be kind to yourself and others. And as always, this reading is what is on the other side of what you are going through right now. As always, please know that this is a collective reading. Some messages in this reading might resonate with you whilst others may not. The whole thing might do. You might be drawn to other piles as well. Please feel and go where you are guided. Nothing is set in stone. But I do feel like I'm here to do these readings to hopefully show you the current energy that, if it does resonate with you, where you might be right now, in order that you can shift so that you can make different decisions and move forwards on your own terms and realize and recognize your own power. That's, you know, I never want to take that from anybody. These readings are to empower. So, rambling aside, let's get into it. I'm going to start with the runes. I'll go in with the tarot and other cards I feel called to. This can be noisy, so you might want to take earphones off if you're wearing them. And I'm just going to adjust the lighting slightly. I might need to do that again. Okay, and as always, I'll take whatever lands face down. I'm going to remove it. I'm not going to use it for the purpose of this reading. Okay, really interesting because Ivaz has come out in all three of the readings, and it's come out in a similar position to pile 1. If you were drawn to pile 1 as well, it's a bit early to call it, but you may well be, and there could be, you know, messages in there for you as well. Interesting. Straight off the bat, I'm just going to say it as I see it, and I always will. If you have been feeling stuck, I think you are realizing that something needs to change in order to get you what you want. We've got Isa here and Hagalaz, Rado, Gibu. Everything that you want stands on the other side of you making this decision, you making that change. And it might not be a change that you have initiated. It might not be a change that you would have started for yourself, and getting very, very strong earth energy vibes. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I hope I got that right. You know, it's an energy of feeling very fixed and not wanting to move, being held in stasis here with Isa. So sometimes changes happen in the world around us in order to shift us. That happens in order to create forwards movement to get us to where we need to be, to bring in what it is we truly desire, to receive that reciprocity from the universe. If we're intending, manifesting, we have wishes and dreams. Sometimes the only way to see them realized is by shifting from where we are, because we're not in alignment with them. So for some of you, the other side of this energy is and all of these changes that you're probably going through and experiencing, and I'm getting there could be a lot of turmoil, and you could actually be not in a very fulfilled place right now, is that they're almost calling upon you to see the bigger picture if you can, and if you can't, then to put a bit of trust here that things are working out for you. Sorry, I'm just going to change the lighting. I didn't realize it was that bad. Help me. There we go. For some of you, if you had one affirmation that you could repeat, like a mantra, you could repeat to yourself, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out. Even if I can't see it, everything is always working out for me. And that can literally pull your energy into a completely different place. And we get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, actually, maybe these changes could be a positive thing. Especially as well, I'm getting the fixed signs. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. If you are feeling those kinds of energies where stuff's just going on, and you could be feeling like you're stood at the eye of the storm and you're kind of still, and it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and you can see the chaos around you and everything changing. When the dust settles, it might just have settled in your favor, and sometimes the only thing you can do is trust in that assumption, trust in that belief. Definitely being called to see the bigger picture, and I see that in the bigger picture, financially things could be working out better for you than you realized. On the other side of this, you could see that positive things have been manifesting for you or being realized for you through your efforts, through what you've been working on. For some of you, quite literally a gamble that may pay off. And I don't mean a literal gamble. For some of you, maybe a literal gamble, maybe a flutter, maybe a win on the lottery. I will not ever promote or advocate gambling to anybody. That is not my bag. If you know, whatever you do is up to you. Whatever I do is up to me. I'm not here to tell you to go and do that. But for some of you, a gamble in your life may pay off. It could be a gamble on a person, taking a chance on something, taking a chance on applying for a job, putting yourself out there in some kind of a way. But what I see at the moment, it's okay. It's letting go of an identification of self that has been so long a part of you. I don't think it makes you happy. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, and this could be what's ending. This could be what's been changing. This could be some of the hardest stuff you've ever gone through, pile 3. Really, really challenging with both Wunyo and Othala in the reverse. But you were going to see the light through it with Canas pointing upright. We've got that bigger picture energy, the light coming into our central point, which is us, our point of awareness. That kind of epiphany energy stood in the center of chaos and realizing that maybe some of this had to happen in order for things to change in the ways you truly, truly desire, even if it isn't the way that you wanted, it isn't what you perhaps intended. Sometimes things just happen, and the bigger picture is something that we don't get to see the fullness of until much after the fact down the line. Trust that whatever is shifting and changing for you right now is working out for you. For some of you, okay, this is a message for somebody, maybe a few of you. There is something that didn't happen. There is something that didn't come to be, some kind of opportunity that didn't come to pass, some kind of disappointment from the past, and it's either still holding you back or it's prevented you from stepping out and taking this chance in order to get you to where you want to be. And what we're getting here is some kind of sudden shake-up. It could be this energy that you've been in for such a long time is a sense of stagnancy. And all of a sudden, I'm just getting you kind of emerging from like a swamp and going, no, do you know what? No, I am not sitting here and shrekking myself in this swamp my entire life. As much as it may feel like home, as much as I know this is my comfort zone and I feel safe, I'm not saying that swampy energy, I'm sorry, I get a lot of visuals, so I'm trying to express it with the visuals that I see clairvoyantly. No disrespect intended, and the Shrek thing is obviously a parent joke. Staying in that stagnancy might be comfortable. You may be in your comfort zone, but it might not get you to where you want to be. And for some of you, you might just go, no, do you know what? Enough. Enough is enough is enough is enough is enough. I'm done with this course. I know where this path leads because it's exactly the same as everything I've ever done. And it's the Einstein quote. I'm sure it's Einstein. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing repeatedly and expect different results. You are at that epiphany point, that tipping point here with Cirilo and Iraz, where you go, nah, this is where it shifts. This is where it changes. On the other side of this, it could literally just be you saying, I am not doing this anymore, and doing something differently, and correcting some of this, what has actually made you feel probably quite unhappy, but it's been comfortable. And it's an odd thing to remain where you are comfortably unhappy, and yet so many of us do it because it is a point of safety. And for some of you, feeling that emotional safety in something that could be toxic or unfulfilling or just comfortable but not what we want, if it's a job or even a relationship. And I don't say that flippantly because I know how deeply these situations flow through us, but you're feeling that call for change. Let's get some dreams of Gaia for you. Yeah. Let's get another one. And a third, please, and I'll get the bottom of the deck as well. Okay. I feel like there is something, someone, or even you blocking this kind of phoenix energy from your life. And pile 3, I love you, please. This is not a roast. I never want to do a reading to make you feel bad, but if this is you, you're kind of going to know, yeah, I have been perhaps self-sabotaging a little bit. Even self-sabotage is a really strong word. You know, some of you may have just held yourself back. Even just blocked yourself, your energy, just the tiniest little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to correct the lighting again. It's all over the place. And it's almost like, okay, the energy I'm getting is that you know there is a resurrection coming. You know there is this burning phoenix inside of you that wants to rise here with the 8 of fire in the reverse. And for some reason, you were with the ace of water in the reverse. It's like you were putting it off. It's almost like you're putting water on your own fire and saying, no, that's a bit too much. I can't do that, or I'm not ready for it. It's not now. Another time, perhaps. And I am getting a kind of similarity to pile 1, but again, all the piles are similar but different, so you could be drawn to all of them or multiples in any combination that you choose. This feels more like there is like a new beginning awaiting you, and it's almost like you've got resistance to it, and I think that's the easiest way that I can put it. And there could be outer factors in your life causing the resistance, or the resistance could well be coming from you. Again, this is not a roast. I love you. I don't want to make you feel bad, but it feels like you've got far more power, perhaps, to create some change than you're perhaps embracing. I'm running out of time a little bit, pile 3, so let's get a couple of tarot cards. The King of Swords, Justice, and Emperor. Wow, so that is a whole heavy hit of masculine energy and all the stoics. Definitely very much in your head and not in your feels, okay? And for some of you, because perhaps you think things through a lot, it could be stopping you from taking action. For some of you, there is this kind of emotional resistance, or perhaps you don't want to feel some emotions and it's calling you to a place of resistance, but you're being called to either reconnect with your emotions in order to make this justice happen, to get that clear-mindedness that's connected to your heart space, and really embody that Aries Emperor energy that can actually get things done. You know, there's a real double-headed coin to the Emperor. He's that Aries energy that just gets shit done. He's also the Stoic and kind of tuned out of his emotions. And you know, we've got to look at both aspects of ourselves when it comes to making such important decisions. We can be our greatest ally, but we can also hold ourselves back. We can take action and make decisions, but we also sometimes have to think things through. You will know what is calling to you, but tune in to head and heart if you can. Oh, there's a couple. We'll take them. Follow your heart. Keep the vigil. Justice will triumph. Justice again. Purify your surroundings. Okay. Get really clear on what it is that you want. Listen to your heart space. Don't tune it out. You need to align the head and the heart. The King of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You know, pull them into balance. They both have messages for you. Your mind and your heart both have messages for you. And the alignment of those two is going to bring this justice in your life, whatever that justice is. Pile 3, I hope this reading helps you. Just sending you all my love, and I will speak to you in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.